Hey
Hello.
guys, welcome to Sigtuna, the first city that existed in Sweden.
So we were gonna show you a little bit around what you can do, and we will have some transitions between summer and winter time because it's really different how this town looks like. Anyway, let's come to enjoy it. Look, now people start to skate on the lake. But I saw they are not using a traditional skate. What's the name of that one that they are using?
They are using something that in Swedish is called långfärdsskridskor. So it
Come!
means
What's the name?
like long way skates.
Okay,
Long way ice skate.
interesting.
So it's more comfortable if you want to go on the ice long ways.
What caught me attention in this one, absolutely, is not the people. It's this beautiful dog. Look, and he's not using skates. He's just going like nothing.
We have visitors.
Oh my god, the visitors came again. Hey,
Hey guys.
look these two. You think
Hey.
they are a couple?
Yes.
How much do you think that can cost one of those houses?
Oosh. 10 millions? 10 million crowns? So like 1 million euros.
Usually this place is taken as well for make ice skating. This year, I don't know, I don't see people making it, but I will gonna put it a little bit what we did last year in this area, and we came to skate. It's very traditional. So during the video, I'm gonna tell you 3 different stories that are around to Sigtuna history. And the first one, we're gonna come with the Mälaren lake that is behind me at this moment. Basically, the first one is saying that when it was the Viking area, this lake, which is one of the top 3 biggest ones in Sweden, they used it as a commercial way to connect Sigtuna with another towns that were around the lake. So it was quite important, this lake, in that time. So the story basically says that many of those boats in that area, they fell down with many treasures and jewelry. So many people have been trying to searching and trying to look for that treasures in the lake, but they cannot find it. The story says that you need to wait for a night where the water is not moving at all and the moon is completely full. And that night you can find the treasures of Sigtuna. How is going the walking?
Good.
Very cold?
Bit cold. Not too much.
How many degrees we are? Like 5 degrees? But the windy, oof, make you feel like 0 at least.
Yeah,
Super
it's
cold.
4 degrees. But
the feeling?
0.
0. That's what that explains. Okay guys, we arrived to the first destination that we wanted to show you. And it's probably the most iconic place here in Sigtuna. What? Someone is crying a lot. The fuck?
Someone is rich but unhappy.
Look, pay attention. We finally arrived, guys. These ones are the ruins from the Viking age here in Sigtuna. I think that's one of the most popular things to come to see in this town. Do you know why it's important, this church?
No.
Because
Tell me.
basically this one is the ruins that are best conserved nowadays from the Viking area. It was called St. Peter's Church, was created in the 11th century, and it comes with the Christianity into the Viking area. So, very important for history. Do you know what is one thing that I really like from here? Like in this concept, like for example, we just watched some drawings here in Sigtuna, And they, first of all, they are free. You don't need to pay for that. And second, they are part into the society. They are like next to the park, in front of whatever house. People can come, they can enter, and people respect. People don't destroy them. I bet you, if they will be in Latin America, they will be full of graffitis, full. And it is nice to see how Swedish people like their traditions or their memories, and they try to conserve it in a very good way. So now we are in the second place that I would like to show you about the stories of Sigtuna. They say that in the 11th century there was a princess that was very loved by everyone in the town, and she died. When they burned her, or when they put her body, she come with all her jewelry and her crown. The story says that her spirit continued here in the graveyard of the Vikings, and at night you can hear sometimes how the jewelry is like sounding, you know, when you have many rings or necklaces and they have a sound. So they say that the spirit continues in this area, and sometimes you can hear her at night. And here we arrive to the second destination of the ruins that we find here in Sigtuna. This one is called the Olof Church. It was created in the 12th century in honor of the King Olof. The King Olof was the king that started to work on the transition between the pagan Nordic religion to the Christianity. So, according to historians, people that study the history, they say basically that the king, he started to create the coins here in Sigtuna, and those coins start to have like Christianity symbols already. Okay, we will gonna tell you an interesting fact. Do you wanna share something about that church?
We were having this one as an option for our wedding.
And why we didn't took it?
I don't know. I still ask myself that. In love with another church that is called Odensala Church. The inside was very pretty, but yeah, I am still asking myself why we didn't choose this
The
church.
Sigtuna one, yes, it's very nice.
It's very nice, and inside as well.
I was thinking, because for me it's a little bit strange, why do you have the graveyard, the cemetery, next to the church?
It's like that. You have the ceremony inside of the church, and then you put your loved ones in the earth, right outside of the church. That's where they should be, close to God.
Close to God.
Yeah.
That's a very good way to think. For us it's different. I think we have too much people where I come from, and all our cemeteries are almost now outside of the city.
So it's next to the church.
There is a little church in that places for praying and things, but in the church you will not find dead people.
Okay.
Look who found here.
Here lays Olof Palme.
And who was Olof Palme? Olof Palme.
Yeah, what's the name?
I don't know.
What was it?
Who was Olof Palme? Tell me who was Olof Palme.
I don't remember the English word or the Swedish one.
You even watched the Netflix documentary of him. So who was Olof Palme? Why he's important?
He was our. It's not called president. What's the name?
First minister.
First minister. Thank you. He was our first minister long time ago. I don't remember when he died.
Okay.
But he was a good one.
And what was remarkable on him? I mean, why they remember about Olof
he
Palme.
was a good one, but also he got killed. You can see the documentary in Netflix. I will not make you any spoilers. So go there and watch.
Yeah, we're gonna put here a little picture of the documentary. It's very nice. This is a series like for 4 chapters, 5 chapters, kind of.
Yeah, it's a short one.
And the point is, or it was remarkable because of the way that he died here in Sweden, or technically in Stockholm, nothing like that happened before, and that they kill a first minister. They were bombed, and the point of this story is that they don't know who killed him. They have clues. The police have clues of who could be the person, and they have some ideas, but they
still didn't find him.
Exactly, they didn't
killer.
have a certain who was the person that killed Olof. So that's why it's remarkable, the story of him. So if you want, we're gonna put the name here of the series in Netflix. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you a third story about the Sigtuna. So we are next to one of the ruined stones from the Vikings, which are very important in history, and they are like part of the culture. So the story says this. Basically, for the Vikings, they thought that these kind of ruined stones, they have kind of like a magical power. These magical powers can give or even bless or even curse to people. So basically, people still believing that sometimes when you are too close to them, you can start to feel like some energies or some like vibration of things because of the energy that the stones still have. So you can see here that it's still like very intact from that time. And I don't know if you want to believe it in some powers that can have a stone like the Vikings did. Now that we are here, where is the ruined stones from the Vikings, as a Swedish, can you understand? Where do you have the venue of the Viking?
No, I cannot read it, but I remember that we learned that in school, all the letters from the ruins. So if you have the alphabet, you can read it. But even if you can translate the letters, you will probably not understand because the language at that time is not the same as today.
So it's like old Swedish.
Very old Swedish. And it sounds more like the language from Iceland than Swedish.
Do you think that they are still teaching that in the school, or nowadays no?
I'm not that old, okay. But I hope they do. It's a nice part of the culture. It's not like a full class, it's just some hours in school when you learn that.
That would be nice. Do you learn how to write at that time?
Yes.
Something?
We had to learn the alphabet and we were writing our names, and I don't remember if we were writing any sentences, but our names definitely.
Oh, sure, nice. So, what do you think, or what do you think that is the perspective of the Swedish people about the Sigtuna?
It's very small, but very rich. In here, inside of Sigtuna, lives usually rich people because of the price of the houses. It's a very small community. I believe that everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows everything about everyone, where they're working, and I can just imagine the gossip here.
But I would like to say, for people that don't live here, Sigtuna is not only this area. This is like the center of Sigtuna. Yeah, but Sigtuna is a huge region in this area where they have more places. I mean, not everyone lives here. But as Jonas said, yes, many of the houses or apartments are quite expensive in this area.
Thank you guys for watching our video about Sigtuna and listening to our Viking stories. When you visit Sweden, don't forget to visit this lovely little city. it's worth a visit. Okay, thank you and bye bye.
Bye bye.